defensively too locked in. And as I say that, we're on to the South region where Houston gets the 1 seed out the South region. I told Anthony, man, I don't think it knocks Houston off the 1 seed. So as we get revealed, Houston gets the 1 seed in the South where they will be taking on. Wow, it's taking a little minute, man. Must be talking big about Houston. Hold on. Longwood, the winner of the SoCon, I believe. Longwood. Hey, you had a nice ride, brother. You had a nice ride. I enjoyed watching y'all play. I enjoyed watching y'all. I enjoyed watching y'all win y'all tournament, but no sir. But I think UConn went. I'll save it for the end. But yeah, I think they're Final 14 for sure.
Yep.
And depending on how this bracket look, I tend to disagree with you on Houston losing early. 8-9, we have 8 Nebraska, 9 Texas A&M. That's a good one. Ooh. That is a good one.
Wow.
You got dynamic scores and Wade Taylor versus Casey Tomananga. You got ranked down low versus Henry Coleman. Ooh, that's a good little matchup right there.
It is.
5, we have the Wisconsin Badgers. And as Wisconsin gets revealed as a 5 seed, I'm getting more scared about MSU chances. Yeah, man. Hey, look, Joe. Longwood had a phenomenal tournament run, Cinderella story. But I think it ends playing against Houston. I'm sorry. Houston's just too good defensively. Yeah, Iowa State beat JMU, 12 seed. Ooh. Calling it now. Upsets. JMU upsets Wisconsin. Calling it now. If anybody knows me, you know I've been high on this James Madison team since the beginning of the season. JMU Wisconsin, that is a great matchup.
Yep.
And the 4 seed in the South will be Duke. Duke is the 4 seed, so Duke
Let's get it.
Play. Let's see who Duke gets in Brooklyn, by the way. So Duke would get.
Let's get it.
Vermont, the Vermont Catamounts.
Damn.
The winner of the American East, who I did pick to win that. See, so Duke would play Vermont, and if they beat Vermont, would play the winner of Wisconsin, James Madison. Oh, that's not. Teddy. Hey, 6, we have the Texas Tech Red Raiders.
Going dancing.
Texas Tech, man, really good, solid team. Versus NC State as the 11 seed. Wow. That is a good one as well. Big DJ Burns.
Yeah.
DJ Burns been getting a lot of Twitter hype over the years. I just wonder where that Twitter hype was at when he was at Winthrop like a couple years ago when he took him to the tournament. But I digress. DJ Burns and them goes against Texas Tech. The 3 seed in the South will be Kentucky. Ooh, Duke in the same bracket, the same region as Kentucky.
Yeah, that's tough.
Okay.
That's tough.
That is very tough.
This is a good one.
Yeah, this South region is nasty. Yeah. Going against Oakland, the Oakland Golden Grizzlies. Shout out to Oakland. They did win the Horizon League for the first time, I think, since like 2011 or something like that. Great team there. Florida is the 7 seed, another team that was on a heater. They lost their SEC championship bid today against Auburn, which Auburn just ran through the SEC, beat my South Carolina boys by like 38. They ran through South Carolina. They played the winner of Boise State versus Colorado. So Boise State and Colorado are the last 4, a part of the last 4 in.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's a good matchup, Boise State, Colorado. I don't even know if I would pick in that one. I might lean towards Boise State, to be honest.
That's what I was thinking too.
And your 2 seed in the South, watch it be something like Tennessee. Marquette, actually.
Wow. This is a tough matchup.
So Marquette might not be as tough, depending on if Tyler Kolek is back. Because Tyler Kolek didn't play at all during the Big East Championship.
Yeah.
Could be concerning for the Golden Eagles. They take on Western Kentucky, who won the Conference USA tournament yesterday, beating UTEP, which UTEP was on a nice little Cinderella run before losing to Western Kentucky. And that is your South region. Winner off top. I have is Houston. Not gonna lie. I think Houston wins the South. Really good defensive team. Defense travels. Their defense travels. They have guys that can score with Emmanuel Sharp, Jamal Shedd, and LJ Cryer. 3 dynamic scorers that is tough to stop when you have defense like Houston. Now, my dark horse, obviously, I'm gonna say JMU, man. JMU, really good defensive team. JMU already has beat a Power 5 school and MSU. JMU is a really good defensive team. It's just sometimes their offense can't be clicking, but when their offense is clicking, JMU is a tough team to stop. Duke, they have a tough run to the Final Four, including a possible Sweet 16 matchup with Houston. Kentucky and Florida could play each other as early as the Sweet 16 as well, which I think Kentucky beats Oakland. I think Kentucky would beat the winner, which would be Texas Tech, and they would face Florida. I think they face Florida. I think Florida can beat Marquette, especially if there's no Tyler Kolek. With Tyler Kolek, it does make it a bunch harder, but I think Florida can upset Marquette to move on to the Sweet 16 and take on Kentucky. Teddy, let me get your thoughts on the South region.
Man, Duke's winning it. Don't care what anybody says. But this is a tough one, man. You got Houston, Duke, Kentucky, JMU, Marquette, Florida. That's Texas A&M. The way that those guards were scoring this SEC tournament was insane. So this one's gonna be fun to watch for sure. But I gotta take the Duke hat off a little bit. I can definitely see Houston or Kentucky probably winning this outside of Duke.
Not mad at that pick. I'm not mad at that pick for especially Kentucky. Kentucky was hot. Kentucky ended up taking the L to, was it Florida?
No, it was
I think it was Florida. No, it was Texas A&M. A&M. They took the L to Texas A&M.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, Kentucky, see, this is my issue with Kentucky. Dynamic offense, can score. Probably the best 3-point percentage shooter in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Defense just leaves a lot to be desired, and that's the issue. The issue with Kentucky is defensively. Now, in the tournament, these guys can start breaking shots, but can you get stops? You got a bunch of young guys. I know I love Reed Shepard, but he's a freshman. I love Rob Dillingham. He's a freshman. I love DJ Wagner. He's a freshman. I don't think the lights will get to him, but in the off chance that it does get to him, can they get the stops? And that's my issue. I don't know if they can get the stops. Now, I'm going to address Bud right here. JMU will lose in the second round. I don't disagree that they can lose in the second round. I really don't. But I also think that JMU has a team that can make it to the Sweet 16, can make an Elite 8 bid. They can make a Cinderella run, a dark horse run. I do think JMU does have the components to do that. So JMU, you're right, can be out as early as the first round, but their ceiling isn't an Elite 8 matchup against Houston. That's just my opinion. Wisconsin, I don't want to discredit Wisconsin either, because I think if Wisconsin can get past JMU, they can get past Duke. And if they get past Duke, they can get past no, I'm sorry. They're not getting past Houston. I'm sorry. I tried.
You tried.
So I take that back then. So I think the ceiling for JMU is the same ceiling as Wisconsin, Sweet 16, because they do meet up against Houston. Don't have them losing. I don't have either one beating Houston. So that is my ceiling for both Mizzou and Wisconsin and JMU, the winner of that game. Ceiling, Sweet 16, Florida, obviously a first loss. Yeah. So what is your upset of the region? If you have one.
NC State, Texas Tech. I got NC State winning that game.
Okay. I like Texas Tech to win that one. I like Pop Isaacs. Texas Tech big man could be an issue. I know they lost their starting big man early in the year for the rest of the year, but Warren Washington is not bad either. Yeah. I do like Joe Toussaint. Joe Toussaint is a really explosive guard who can get to the rim and playmate. NC State do have guards that can do the same. I always call him Daryl Morsell, which was the guy who went to Marquette. That's not him. I think it's Casey Morsell. DJ Horn. I don't know if he won ACC Player of the tournament, MVP of the tournament, but DJ Horn was explosive throughout the ACC tournament. DJ Burns, you already know what he can provide down low as a big. But I do like Texas Tech to win that matchup. As y'all know, my upset of the South is JMU over Wisconsin. But if I had to pick another one, I guess technically Texas A&M over Nebraska is an upset. So I'll go with that one there. Purdue is a 1 seed.